So amphetamine and methamphetamine are related compounds that are also psychostimulants, and they have significant abuse and dependence liability. Methamphetamine has been a particular scourge in the Northwest and has spread rather dramatically across the country. And both of these drugs actually resemble dopamine, and they are often widely available on the street. And have a number of different names and a number of different forms. Sometimes if they're smoked, they're going to be delivered again in higher concentration and more rapidly, and have a greater, potential liability for dependence and abuse. There's a related, drug known as MDMA, or ecstasy, or X, or Atom, which is also considered to be a psychostimulant, there are other drugs, too, that have similar kinds of psychostimulant effects, behavioral excitement engendering effects, including several plant products, mahuang, or ephedrine, which is derived from a plant, and cathinone, which sometimes called cat, right? Or it's called the same thing, but spelled differently. Psychostimulants have actually been used for many clinical purposes. Initially, they were kind of generated to keep people awake for long periods of time, right, and engaged in sort of boring, repetitive tasks. So the military was big on sort of administering amphetamines during past conflicts. But they've been used to treat asthma, to help open clogged airways, to treat congestion, right, again to sort of open clogged airways, to treat narcolepsy, people who tend to fall asleep and have short, brief periods of sleep, to treat ADHD. Remember methylphenidate, or Ritalin, that we talked about earlier in relation to norepinephrine, the norepinephrine system, and also obesity too, because people tend to move a great deal more, and their appetite is suppressed. So a lot of these drugs are actually components of appetite suppressants.